I've seen more women in general contractor as a builder, decorator type thing than I've seen in the subcontractors. There's a couple of more, doing the painting. That's why I'm excited. Like when I seen you guys as, wife and daughters helping out, because I've seen what my daughter's done in 3 years, and I'm like, oh shit, you're gonna take over. It's crazy. I tell Caesar and Doug is I've had to sit there and listen to my daughter talk with some of these homeowners that I want to wring their effing neck, and I can't because I know that's a part of being in construction. There's only been one time when she showed up to get the guy started and whatever, and the homeowner wasn't going to be there, so the homeowner gave this electrician the deposit check, and he started talking shit to my daughter like, well, what are you guys going to be doing this or whatever, and she was like, I don't know, and he didn't want to give her the deposit check. Man, and she called me up. Oh my God, my head almost exploded. I was like 2 hours away, and I was going to drive over there and whip his fucking ass. God, man, I hadn't been that mad in a while. And I called him up, and I think his name was Steve or something. And I was like, I just lit into him. I said, oh my, cussing and yelling and screaming. I was like, man, I said, I can be there in 2 effing hours. I hope you wait for me. Blah, blah, blah. And he was like, hey man, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was your daughter. And I'm like, you motherfucker, you don't talk to any woman that way. Matter of fact, don't talk to nobody that way. Treat people like this. Oh, man, I was mad. And I said, because I said, the guy, I said, no, I said, everybody leave right now. Leave. She goes, what? I said, leave. Everybody leaves right now. and usually she'll like because her and my wife know I got a temper, and they wait like an hour and then they call me back and say, and I usually calm down, but this time she knew I was serious. But she called the homeowner and said, hey, we're walking off the job, and the homeowner already knew this about the guy. He's like kind of weird, and she was all apologetic and this and that, and so we went back the next day to get started, but I wouldn't let my daughter go back. My wife went over there. And my wife is used to dealing with men, and my wife kind of felt bad for him. He was, like just whatever. But yeah, that's the only time. But rather than that, is I know putting up with homeowners is just a part of it, and she has to learn it. And so whether it's your wife or your daughter talking with them, that's part of like if we have the scripts and they can kind of follow along and answer the questions, or hey, just hang up and just say, hey, got disconnected somehow or something. But there's no way